Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I got the magnets in today for um, the little Telboy solenoid motor. And so now I'm winding that coil that I showed you that slips down. So the coil slips down inside there, and this guy goes around with these magnets in it. And I'm able to fit four magnets in each. I had to widen the slot a little bit to get all four in there because I didn't get the right magnets. But I'm winding this as a bifilar coil using I think 26 and 28 gauge, nice thin wire, so I can get a lot on there without making it too fat, so it'll fit in there. And I'm using my old coil winding jig that I made instead of the new one that I bought. I don't know why I'm not using the new one, but I kind of like this one because I can control it better. So once I get this wound, I'll get it all together and we'll see what happens. So really quick, as I was winding this, I was thinking back to the day of or the early days of the Bedini circuit and the way John, I think his name is John Bedini, wound his coils when he did bifilar. He would pre-twist the wires in 50-foot lengths or 600-foot lengths or whatever it was that he would wind his coils with, but he would pre-twist them, and I don't know what he said, why he did that. But if anybody knows why or if pre-twisting is better than just winding it the way I'm winding it here, and I'm really glad I got two different colored wires because this will help me distinguish the 28 from the 26 for the Bedini circuit. Not that it makes that much difference, but it does make a little bit of difference. But yeah, should I have pre-twisted these in one big length? The way he would do it is he would pre-twist it and then roll it up onto a blank roll, kind of like this one here, on a blank roll, and then he would wind his coils that way. So I'm interested to see if anybody has any feedback on that, on why that would be better. Does it make any difference? Is it better doing it the way I'm doing it? Anyway, just a question. All right, Telboy. Big disappointment. I can't get it to work. And I think it's because the magnetic field generated by these little magnets is just not good enough. I've tried it with a Bedini circuit. I tried it with the JL94, which I kind of figured wasn't going to work because I think that one needs a lot of magnetic force or magnetic field to trigger. Um, yeah, I tried it with a Hall sensor. The closest I can get it to working is with the Bedini circuit, and it wants to go, but it's just not working. I mean, the coil's not getting hot. This my load does, flash as the magnets go through the coil. I just don't know what's going on here. I cannot get it to work. It's so disappointing. It should work by all measures, but because I know the coil is producing enough magnetic force. I just don't think these little magnets are, or both. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna try the one of the newer JL94 circuits that I got and see if that makes a difference. What I probably should have done was not wind it as a bifilar coil. I should have just wound it with, 22 gauge or 24 gauge wire, which I may end up doing. I may end up printing printing out the coil housing again, and seeing, what's going, because it's it's not that it's catching or binding up. This thing spins really freely. It's just not kicking the transistor. It's not kicking it over, causing it to switch. I hope that's not what's going to happen to the big guy here. I mean, that should be good. I hate to get all this done because I got the screws for it to finish it up. So maybe I'll try to finish that up and see what I can do. But yeah, kind of disappointed off of this little guy. I really thought it was going to work, man. So Telboy, if you get yours to work, let me know. Because if yours works, then I should be able to get mine to work. So let me know if you can get yours to actually trigger. Ciao. All right, so Eureka. I pulled out one of my new JL94 circuits. I should have known better. Sky Collection circuits always work. So it does work. I got to see if I can get it going. I have to use a lot of voltage to get it going. But it will kick. I mean, it will go. I got to get it spinning. There it goes. Oh, come on. Yeah, see, I got to give it a lot of voltage. I got to really crank it up. And then I got to give it a really hard spin, and then it will catch. There it goes. Yeah, I got to give it a really hard kick because it really needs a lot for the JL94 circuit to kick over. So let's see if I... There it goes. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. There it goes. So it does kick over. But the JL94 circuit is meant for bigger coils, I think. But the circuit's hanging in there. It's not overheating, and I have it up at 30 volts. But yeah, it's starting to come apart because I'm whipping it too hard. So I basically, let me turn this off really quick. I basically connected the two coils as one. So I've got one going. So it's basically, the circuit sees it as one coil. And it does go. So Telboy, it does work. It's just, I have to give it a really good spin, and then it will catch. Oh, shit. Yeah, I got to give it a really good spin, and then it will catch. And I put these bearings on. I mean, I put the on backwards. Come on. And this keeps coming apart. Let me see if I can get it one more time to just turn over. Let's see. All right. There it goes. Oh, come on. There it goes. There it goes. Come on, baby. See, it wants to go. It wants to continue. You saw it, right? There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Come on. And the circuit's doing really well. Oh, see, it wants to continue. It wants to kick over. So it does work. Basically, that's what I wanted to tell you. Telboy, your design does work. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let me see if it keeps coming apart. There it goes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There it goes. Yeah, you can hear it. it wants to go. It kicks in and it goes. And the circuit can handle it. The circuit can handle the voltage because this is such thin wire and small magnets. What I need to do is I need to turn these around so that they don't pop off. And then once I hook this together, I need to like crazy glue this so it'll stay connected. But you saw it, it does work. You know, it didn't work with the other circuits, but good old Sky Collection's JL94 circuit, even though I had to really crank up the voltage, it got it to kick over. So that gives me hope for the big boy here. And I'm gonna start working on that one there. But I just wanted to let you know that it actually did work, bud. All right, ciao. All right, so I got it together and it looks great. Unfortunately, it's way too tight. It's way too tight. I mean, I could still try it, but yeah, it's way too tight. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is go back to the printer and print out the original size. I can't use these because they're kind of hacked up. Maybe I could use these. But yeah, it looks good. So I got the 3 coils right there, and I would connect them in series to the JL94 circuit. And with the spacers, it's going through the coil housing perfectly. So it's not binding up on that. What it's binding up on now, or not binding, but rubbing really hard, is on the rollers. Oh, I seem to have cut myself off. Yeah, so it's not binding up at all on the coil housing. It's too tight on the rollers. But it looks good. The long screws worked out really good. I like the multicolor of the dual, or the quad part there. Spaceman. So yeah, I'm gonna have to either go back to the original ring size, which is not a big deal. It just means I got to take it all apart. But it looks good. The spacers are perfect. You can see I've put a couple of washers right in there. So I've got the spacers in there, but it's not binding up. It's not even hitting the coil housing at all. It's just too tight on the rollers. So I got to go back to the original. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just try these guys again now that I have those little brass screws. But I think I may have to reprint these, but again at the original size, because I think the holes might be too wore out. Anyway, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I think it's going to work great. Just got to get it together finally the right way. All these changes with the rollers, so many different size rollers. Had the white ones, they were good. Now I've got even the smaller red ones in there. They're smaller than the tan ones. But I made the ring segments, I shot them down by a single percent, and that just made it too small. So it's a little bit tight. I think if I print them out in the original size, they'll be good to go. Ciao.